Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. This is the second episode of Night at the Clue-seum. It has a name now.
That's very exciting. And it's not getting creepy yet.
No, it's
I
perfectly
wouldn't say that.
fine. What we've done
I
is
feel
make
quite
our way.
pleasant right now.
I think that we've played a little previously on, so people are caught up with what's going on, but we've tracked down a small missing child into a museum.
We have decidedly not tracked them down.
Well, no, but we're at least vaguely on their trail.
We have located the path of chaos.
Yes, and we've arrived in what I don't think I noticed in the last episode was like the escape museum, because it stood for all the various things in the museum.
Yeah,
We have our map of Educational Science Center for Art, Physics and Engineering, spells escape.
See, I did notice that the document was called ES.C.A.P.E.
But you didn't mention it, so you're just as culpable as I am. Every episode of our show, we have an audio escape room, and because this is a guest game mastered season, Danny and I are playing the audio escape rooms, while a new guest every episode is coming on to run them for us. And this episode, to bring us part 2 of Night at the Clue-seum, welcome to the show, game and puzzle designer, Jonathan Chaffer.
Hello, thanks for having me.
We're very excited to have you. You've got the second part, but it's kind of also the first part, because the first part was sort of a prologue to get us into the museum. We don't know. We've got a map of rooms. Before we start, do we want to hint? Do we want to know what room we're heading to?
Ooh.
Or is that part of the introduction?
I think you'll know almost immediately where we're headed, but yeah, you can probably guess at how we divided up labor by using this theme. So we all have some pretty strong parameters.
Oh, wonderful. We're excited to figure out what room. People who are listening have seen the title and probably can start to take a guess at what room we're going into. We also heard the title before we started.
So you didn't write it down.
So we're probably not at the McFly Hall of Transportation. Maybe we're at the Brief History of Human History. But we'll find out as we go. This is, we're excited to have you on the show. You've written a room for us. It's an escape room because this is an escape room show. So I suppose we can transition into our first question of our guests. What is your escape room experience?
So my physical regular escape room experience is probably in the low double digits.
Sure.
It has been some years since my last visit. I've always enjoyed them.
Does that mean that you have done all of the ones in your local area and it would now require branching out?
That is most of it. They have been destinations on some other trips, but not trips to do them.
Yes.
So that is kind of the line in the sand, I suppose, for me. But I have been fairly exhaustive in my plays of at-home escape room games.
Of course.
And it's starting in, I guess it was 2020. Since then, I have been the author of a series of that style of game. So now I'm trying to seek everyone out that I can for more exposure to ideas.
Yeah, now it's professional research.
Exactly.
So what are the ones that you write?
I work on a series that is a little bit on the cusp of puzzle hunts from Escape Room. So the big two, I'd say, are Exit and Unlock, which both are targeting an international audience. Everything is number combinations.
Sure.
The series that I am involved with is called Holiday Hijinks. Everyone is based around a different holiday. And
Nice.
those are for an English-speaking audience, so they have a lot more wordplay.
So you can get a bit more in depth.
That's freeing.
Exactly. Yes. The big challenge with working in that medium is that I have a very limited amount of real estate with which to fit a lot of puzzles. In fact, this whole series, every one of them is 18 poker-sized playing cards, and that's it.
Oh,
and
wow.
I have to get an hour's worth of gameplay into 18 cards.
Oh, that's very fun.
Man.
Yeah, it's been an adventure.
Lovely. Well, I suppose you're already straddling the line here between kind of tabletop gaming and escape rooms. But we deliver this show in a sort of tabletop role-playing style. Do you have any tabletop role-playing experience?
Yeah, so tabletop gaming, a lot. Tabletop role-playing, not so much. So I have participated in a grand total of one session of one campaign of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles role-playing game that my neighbors had. So I did some great character creation. And my older brother, 10 years older than me, was a Dungeons and Dragons player when he was a teenager. And so when I moved into his room when he went into college, I got to find all of his player manuals, and I was so excited because it wasn't Dungeons and Dragons, it was advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes,
so I know it was the good stuff.
Fans.
I absolutely got into some stuff based on things that older brothers had left behind when they moved out. That's where I got fighting fantasies from.
Fun.
So it wasn't so much playing the full experience, but I played with all of the pewter miniatures and exhaustively read all of the
amazing
thick books.
Yes, yeah, I have a few. That was sort of my experience with Warhammer. Was someone else's pieces being vaguely left near me and reading all of the rules over and over again, and never playing and never really buying, but being very excited by the concept. All right, I think, Dani, are you ready to go, Dani?
Completely.
Wonderful. I am. I've got my notes here in my combined notebook that mixes random other shows that we do all together, so I lose track of what I'm doing, but I've got a new page.
I've still got my ring and my no squirrels sign from the first episode.
Lovely. Okay, well, I think we're ready to go. Jonathan, do you want to take us away into the ES.C.A.P.E Museum?
If you're ever going to find Eve, you better get started. You stride quickly over to the archaeology exhibit, which you recall from your time here earlier in the day, had a presentation about an old expedition that uncovered new information about both Roman and Egyptian civilization. As you place your hand on the door handle, you find it strangely warm to the touch.
This is not dispelling our beliefs that Eve is a pharaoh.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you were here for the first one, but we have built our own lore that Eve is the reincarnated spirit of an ancient pharaoh who's
I don't
inhabited
think we
the body
said
of a child.
reincarnated.
Maybe not, but she definitely has pharaoh powers that didn't work. And
I can't offer a comment at this time.
Ooh, we've stumbled upon a secret. Well, if you're waiting for input, we open the door.
You feel a blast of heat on your faces and squint at the setting sun as you survey your environment. A desert landscape surrounds you with just sand, rock, and sparse scrub brush as far as the eye can see.
Oh.
As far as how big is this museum?
This is an
as far as the
exhibit.
eye can see? Okay.
The most interesting sights are right in front of you. There's an archaeological excavation in progress. While you don't see any people working, you can tell what drew them here right away. A small pyramid is on the west side of the area.
Ooh. Amazing.
A dirt road demarks the east of the site.
Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta draw it proper. Yeah. Dirt road on the east of the site.
Between these, in the growing shadow of the pyramid, is a stretch of land that has been marked with stakes and ropes.
Oh, good. That dirt road that I drew can be a rope.
North of this dig site is a large tent.
I'm getting which Nancy Drew am I picturing, Dani?
Tomb of the Lost Queen.
Tomb of the Lost Queen.
But perhaps the most important thing you notice are footprints, child footprints, leading from where you are straight to the pyramid. Time to investigate.
Yes,
She needs to go home to where her pharaoh powers came from.
Now I gotta draw footprints.
I will say, on our escape passport, Dani,
Yeah.
I think we're going to get the stamp for roam through the pyramids.
Oh, I hope so. I'll feel a lot of pressure if we get through this room and we don't get a stamp.
We've got to be in a brief history of human history, right? That's got to be the museum room.
Surely. Unless this is models of magnification and it's a small version of a really big pyramid.
I suppose.
But I assume that makes sense.
I can confirm that at least that is the door that you tried to open.
Now, is this a magical museum? Because this place goes on as far as the eye can see, and I don't think that would fit inside this.
Pretty wild.
I'm
But,
excited for this cool magic museum.
there can be projectors everywhere.
Oh, you're right. We're going to bump into a wall when we start to walk towards the pyramid. It's like, there's no pyramid, dummies. How do you think we fit that in here? Okay, well, we're being drawn towards the pyramid by following these footsteps. Is that what you'd like to do and be goal-oriented?
To an extent, I would definitely, just in case we're being tricked, I would like to examine the footsteps as much as possible first.
Oh, yeah, let's look at the footprints themselves.
They are clearly legally distinct from Converse All-Stars, but otherwise, you're pretty sure they belong to Eve.
Nice. In that case, all right, I guess it makes sense.
Okay. Well, let's follow them.
Yeah, makes sense.
We follow the footprints.
Those footprints lead right up to the side of this ancient monument, a 4-sided smooth pyramid, just as you would have imagined. It is not one of the Great Pyramids, but it's still a pretty good pyramid.
Nice.
It only stands about 5 meters tall, though from the way the sand is built up around it, you imagine it might extend further below the earth.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Some of the researchers' equipment is lying on the ground by the eastern face of the pyramid.
Ooh, can we grab all this equipment? What do we get?
The pile of equipment here includes a shovel, a flashlight, and a very large bucket-like sieve. There is also a storage case containing a couple artifacts the researchers must have discovered around here. A sheet of papyrus and an embalming hook.
Oh, okay. Wow, I cannot draw torches.
It's a fine torch.
It's really not.
Okay, so we've got a shovel, a torch, a sieve, and then some papyrus.
Papyrus.
Were the papyrus and the hook the artifacts in question?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Lovely.
I did have torch written in my notes, but then I thought, given the subject matter, that could be the other kind of torch quite easily.
That's fair. Now, the classic thing to do when you see some papyrus.
I feel like I shouldn't touch it because it seems like it could be real, but I'm real interested.
Yeah, is it readable? Can we see what is on this papyrus?
Well, you take a closer look, and you can't tell from looking if this is an ancient Egyptian artifact or a Roman-era document or a modern reproduction, but at any rate, it is pretty interesting.
All right, for people at home, you can see this in the show notes, but, let's have a look.
I mean, so far it's looking pretty Egyptian.
Yeah, but maybe the Romans can write in Egyptian if they wanted.
I guess there's something haphazard about these hieroglyphs that looks like they may have been done by a foreigner.
Yeah, this is clearly Roman handwriting. So we've got a series of hieroglyphs.
Not too many. It's not overwhelming.
It's not an overwhelming note. We've basically got 2 lines at the top and then one little symbol in the bottom right.
Yeah.
The 2 lines at the top are, well, how would you describe these, Dani?
Person with the bowl on head.
Person with bowl on head. Then we have like a hairpin.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
And then we have a twisted flax. If you've played Only Connect, you know that's a twisted flax.
Then a raven or similar bird.
Then an eye of Horus.
Then the symbol for water, 3 zigzaggy lines.
Then a lion.
Then a snake.
That's a horned viper.
Horned viper.
Oh my god.
It's a horned viper.
I was rushing. You're right.
Then another eye of Horus. And then the twisted flax. And then in the bottom right, there's twisted flax.
Yeah, separate from all of the other stuff and written in more
pink instead of the black ink. Now, for people who haven't seen Only Connect, the twisted flax it's like a double helixy sort of shape, just twisting down in vertically. The bird is a bird. The eye of Horus is just like picture an Egyptian picture of an eye.
No, the twisted flax it's stitches.
Yeah, it's a little bit like stitches. The water image is 3 zigzaggy horizontal lines, and the horned viper looks like it looks like a
snake
little
with
slug,
antennae,
and it's got horns on it. So yeah, I don't know what this says. We might get a key to translate it. I'm just intrigued by the fact that there's the little pink symbol in the bottom right.
Yeah.
That isn't new. It's the same as the ones that we've already got. So, or it's the same as some of the ones we've already got. So that's interesting. But maybe we'll find more papyrus later. And there's like a way to order them or something by the bottom right symbol.
I've never actually looked up a picture of an actual horned viper before. Have you seen them?
No.
They're just
that's just
checks out.
No, that's a viper with eyebrows. Okay. All right, so we've got some papyrus.
Eyes are real high in their heads.
Do you think the rest of these tools would warrant further investigation, or they're just stuff that we should carry around with us, Dani? What do you think?
At some point, we could probably investigate them further, but for now, they feel self-explanatory.
I have one question. Is there, as part of the sieve, any, like, catching mechanism that is full of things that have been pre-sieved?
That's a good question. It is a huge piece of equipment with a broad funnel leading to a metal mesh. It must be used while digging to separate loose sand and dirt from larger, more interesting finds. There's nothing underneath it to catch things because the things that would come through it are the things you're not interested in.
That's fair. Is there anything in the mesh?
No, it is currently empty.
All right, lovely.
Excellent. One other question, I suppose. Due diligence. The flashlight, does it function?
Oh, yeah. Does it turn on and off?
It is a standard issue flashlight, but it does not work.
Great.
Understood.
Then I have my better second question. If we check the battery compartment, is there another piece of papyrus inside?
You look inside, and there are 2 presumably dead batteries inside.
All right. Okay, well, I think we've thoroughly investigated here, but probably don't... I mean...
I'm not ready for manual labor yet to dig
start
around the
digging up
sides of the pyramid.
No. I mean, we only had a look at... Because we were led to one side of the pyramid, we had a look at that. If we do a little ring around, is there anything else on the other sides of the pyramid that's worth noting, or is it all fairly blank?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. It's all pretty flat, but you do notice that if there is anything interesting to be happening around the pyramid, it must be on the side you were originally on, because that face appears to have been disturbed.
Okay.
Well, shall we keep looking around?
Yeah, for sure. Let's disturb the place with stakes and ropes.
Yeah, let's go to the dig site.
In this area, there are 3 square plots of land which have been roped off. It's clear the researchers have identified these as places where artifacts are likely to be unearthed. It looks like they have made detailed preparations but have not dug very deep yet. When that time comes, they will probably use the small excavator that is parked here.
Ooh.
I mean, look, even if I'm afraid to use it, I'm gonna go sit in the excavator.
Oh, yeah.
As you approach the excavator, you notice this is a smaller version, much smaller version, of the kind of equipment you'd find in a construction yard. It's about the size of a golf cart with a metal digging claw on the front end, ready to scrape off layers of dirt and rocks. And as you enter on the seat, you find a VHS tape.
That is human history.
I do not think that a VHS tape can stand up to the desert winds. There's no way this thing's going to work.
No. We know 80s and 90s technology can outlive everything.
Okay, we've got a VHS tape.
I mean, I'm grabbing the tape. Does it have any labels on it or anything?
Yeah, good point.
It does have a handwritten label that reads Professor Jones, 12th of July, 1986.
That's
The exact year that
one of the Indiana Jones movies came out.
Probably.
This is when Aqua released the song Dr. Jones.
Big 80s band Aqua.
Yeah, big, famous for their hits in the 80s. Okay. We've got some extra stuff. I don't
That's
think
very exciting.
It's worth yet looking at the 3 squares or just starting to dig them. But
No, I'm afraid of actually interacting with anything. My actual instinct in an escape room, if I got a VCR video cassette tape, I'm going to the tent to see if there's a TV in there.
That's very fair. I only have one question before we leave. Can we? I'm not saying we will. I'm not saying we're going to do anything, but can we operate this excavator?
You're pretty sure you can figure out the controls, but it will need an ignition key.
Great,
Gotcha.
So we need a key. Wonderful. Okay. We can head to the tent.
Mm-hmm.
As we do, can we walk along this dirt path and investigate it just in case
cycle detour.
in case it has something interesting on it?
Are you talking about the plots of
No, just
of dirt
the big
or
dirt road to the east. Just in case it has any details that are worth checking out.
Yeah, you can see tire tracks running into the distance to the north and south. Clearly, the researchers drove back to wherever they're staying at the end of their workday. You can't see any landmarks in either direction, so it seems fruitless to start walking at this point.
Okay. Well, good to know.
Yeah, I'll say we'll just bang into the wall projection. It would be silly.
All right. Well, let's head to the tent.
Yeah.
This large beige tent is probably where all the researchers work during the day when they want to keep out of the sun. It's maybe 5 meters on a side, with a heavy canvas flap. You can't hear any activity inside.
Flap? I did not draw a flap.
You didn't draw a flap?
No. I know, I
You
feel like an
fool.
idiot.
I suppose let's flap in.
Yeah, we fumble around, try to find presumably the big heavy zip.
Yeah.
And then shove our way through and only get caught for a little while trying to walk through.
Excellent. You pull the flap aside and peer into the tent. It looks like everyone has indeed left for the day. It's not luxurious by any means, but it would be a comfortable place to work. So inside the tent, to your left as you enter, there are 2 folding chairs at a small table. They are positioned within view of a television on a metal cart.
Love that.
Nice.
Love that for us.
Got a TV, got a metal cart.
And next to a coat rack.
With coats or sans coats?
Is it a becoated rack?
I don't need that much detail, but I need to know what to draw.
There is a coat on the coat rack.
Okay, thank you.
On your right is a small bookshelf and a writing desk.
Okay, next.
If there is a next.
That's all you can see.
Phew.
Of interest.
Mine was getting quite full.
Whereas for me, I'm wondering what they did with the other half of their room. These weird archaeologists put all their stuff in the bottom half of their tent and nothing at the top half. What fools! Look at all this space they can luxuriate in. All right. We have a few things to look at. Do you want to stay VHS focused and run straight to the TV on a stand?
A little bit.
All right, let's do it. Let's head to this little television.
We've heard TV. We haven't heard VCR.
It would be a gross slap in the face if there's no VCR.
All right,
attached
let's
to
get
this
ready for the
television.
slapping sound effect.
The TV is as portable as a CRT model can get, which is not very. It sits on the top shelf of a wheeled metal cart.
Mm-hmm.
There is a VCR hooked up to it on the cart's middle shelf.
How about that?
All right. Let's throw in this.
Let's turn on
VHS.
as many of the things that we hopefully can and see if we can get this VCR going.
Unfortunately, none of them seem to be getting any power.
What? Does it have a plug that is just not plugged into anything?
Yes, they're both plugged into a power strip with its cord leading under the back wall of the tent and outside.
There'll be a generator.
Great. I get on all fours and I follow that thing.
Well, we could also leave and
I
just
get
walk
on
around.
all fours and I follow that
I'm
thing.
just saying we could maybe walk around.
This is a industrial tent, and it's fairly securely anchored, so you probably could shimmy your way under the back wall if you want to risk doing some structural damage.
We leave and we go around.
I'm not convinced these archaeologists are real.
We get the excavator, we rip the tent up out of the ground. No, we just walk around the back.
Fine,
Well,
whatever.
since there are 2 of you, one of you can go around and one of you can go under.
Perfect.
And as you reach the other side of the tent, you're greeted by the sight of a small petrol-powered generator.
Hey,
Which will be full of petrol and easy to turn on.
makes sense.
That's my assumption. Can we turn it on?
Indeed, it has a partially full tank. It is a pull-start model, but it is in need of repair. You can see a snapped-off cord lying on the ground next to it and just a hole where it should be attached.
Oh no.
How do you attach a cord?
With a flashlight.
Yeah, I don't think a shovel's gonna help.
Oh man.
Do we can't just plug it back in? It's like it's been ripped.
You could certainly tie the end of the cord back together if you had both ends, but the attached end has retracted back slightly into the machine through that hole. So
Okay.
you can make it out inside the hole. It's not too deep, but neither of you can fit your fingers inside to grab it.
Oh,
Okay.
we need does the embalming hook
That's
fit?
what I was wondering. This is a wire. Maybe we just need something metal-ish to make a connection happen.
I was just gonna see if we could use the hook to hook
Oh,
the
you
want to
just pull it out again.
Yeah.
That could also work.
Does that work?
The brain hook is slender and long enough to fish out the cord.
Okay.
And you can
Nice.
just barely pull it out of the hole and grab
What
it with
is-
your hand.
What is a generator cord hole except a nostril for the generator?
Exactly.
Another quote for the book.
So you securely tie on the broken cord.
Wonderful, and then we yank.
After
Let's
a few
start it up.
yanks on the cord, the generator belches out some smoke and sputters to life.
Amazing. I don't know how much time we have and how much petrol is left, but we should run in and watch this video.
Yeah. We shouldn't waste anything for this.
Excellent. The TV does crackle to life, and all you see is static on the screen. Not getting any reception.
Oh, we changed the channel to the VHS input channel.
Oh, man.
You're putting the VHS tape in, I gather?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a while.
All right, an image appears of a stuffy academic in a tweed jacket giving a lecture about the history of archaeology in Egypt.
I hate this guy.
A host briefly introduces the professor, and you can play audio clip 1.
Ooh, here we go.
Today we have the pleasure of hearing from one of the top voices in Egyptian scholarship, Dr. Helen Jones. They will bring into question some of the views we've assumed to be right, and after a second listening to this presentation, you will all see your work in a new light. The tape pauses here. It seems like the machine is a bit finicky. You can press play or rewind to watch that segment again.
At the end there, it said, see your work in a new light, right?
There's definitely some interesting things happening in that. I don't know how many of the exact words to pay attention to.
Do you want to hear it
yes,
one more time and we can chat as we go?
Yeah, let's go one more time.
Today we have the pleasure of hearing from one of the top voices in Egyptian scholarship, Dr. Helen Jones.
Helen Jones.
They will bring into question some of the views we've assumed to be right. And after a second listening to this presentation, you will all see your work in a new light.
And after a second listening, we just had our second listening.
Oh no.
New views, new light. Helen. This is what I've got from this. I wonder if maybe if we got that torch going, it would be like a weird UV torch. We could use it to look at that papyrus again and it would change it.
That's definitely my first thought, that it could be anything. It doesn't have to be the papyrus. That's just the only note that we've got so far.
That's true. It could be anything.
It's also listening to this will get us something in a new light.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know how to combine
specifically
listening and light.
a second time. So if we listen one more time, we'll lose it forever.
Everything.
Oh, okay, wild.
It's okay. We can keep that in mind.
Well, we still have plenty of stuff to look at, so we shouldn't get too stumped and too caught down in this if we don't know immediately what to do. There's still a lot to do. So
it does seem like the tape has just paused. There probably is more if you press play again.
Yeah. That's...
Oh, fun. So we could. Do you want to go through more of the tape if we've got it?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's go through more of the tape.
Thank you, Stephen. In my work with the Addison Center for Archaeological Research, it's become clear that a mere fifth of our supposed pristine dig sites are truly new finds. In fact, someone has usually been there before.
Okay.
Once again, the tape pauses.
Ooh.
So, she's from the Addison Center, and only 1/5 are new finds. Again, these are numbers that are interesting, but I don't know what to do with them yet.
If we're going with, it could be lots of things. We've still got, again, plenty to look at. If I had to associate it with something that we have already gone through, how do you know when someone has been somewhere before? They've left footprints.
That's true. Only 1/5 of the footprints are real.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you want to do audio 3?
If we can.
Let's listen to the rest of this tape.
On a recent trip to the southeast region of the Western Desert, my colleagues and I discovered evidence of 7 separate excavations performed in Roman times. So when you are looking back in history, be mindful of those who came before you.
The image becomes garbled at this point, and the playback automatically stops.
Ooh, that's fun. That is the most annoying thing. If you do an archaeological dig, surely to be like, oh, someone already dug this up. This is a 3,000-year-old site, but someone dug it up 1,500 years ago, and they messed with it. Oh well, we're doing.
How do you be mad at the person 1,500 years ago?
Archaeology about those archaeologists. Oh well,
that's awesome. Stupid history.
So on the southeast section of the Western Desert, there were 7 Roman excavations, like the 7 hills of Rome, but the opposite, the 7 ditches of Rome.
So
okay.
The southeast part of the West is, to me, that's how I've drawn it. That would be one corner of the pyramid. But who can say?
Who can say? Okay. So we've got numbers. We've got references to Roman excavations of more ancient sites that they're excavating. I like this. When we dig stuff, we're going to find a mixture. We're going to find ancient Roman digging tools next to even more ancient Egyptian
we've already found digging tools. I haven't paid attention to how old they were.
They seemed normal.
Anyway, we should get going. I feel like we've been dallying.
We have been dallying. Let's keep looking around. But we've listened to the tape. That's great. We're making progress.
I quickly checked to see if I can turn off the generator just so that it doesn't run out.
Yeah, we've got to preserve the power.
Yeah, but...
Yes, you can easily turn it on and off, and it seems like there's plenty of petrol.
Let's save the power. We want the power.
Give us the power.
I'm taking... Let's do it. Let's investigate better and thoroughly and quicker.
Great.
Can I go to the coat rack and start looking at the jacket that is there and rifling through it?
Yes, it's a simple wooden coat rack that holds a long coat made of a light fabric and a wide-brimmed hat. And as you riffle through the coat, in one of the pockets, you find a small key.
Excellent.
Nice. We might be able to excavate. Let's leave the key in our pocket and continue searching the rest of the tent, shall we?
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you want to look at next?
Bookshelf.
There are several reference texts here. You find books on Egyptian and Roman culture, as well as dictionaries of dead languages, including classical Latin and Egyptian hieroglyphs. It would take forever to read through it all, but they are well indexed, so if you had something you wanted to look up, you could do so quickly.
Well, I have something I'd like to look up.
Tempting.
Can we have a look at the Dictionary of Hieroglyphics?
Sure. It is as it says on the tin. It does have a huge number of hieroglyphics in there. You don't find a lot that is hugely intelligible to you from a non-learned perspective, though there is a page that kind of seems well worn and catches your eye that is simply a list of hieroglyphs in some particular sequence, and that will be coming your way right now.
Excellent.
Oh, wonderful. All right, for people at home, you can see this as well. Okay. It is just a sequence, though.
Yeah, this is a page. It is labeled common hieroglyphs.
But they're not like talked about.
No, it's just pictures of them, and some of them do indeed match what we've seen before, but there's a lot more as well.
In rows, it's Eye of Horus, 2 Rees, Twisted Flax, Water, Lion, Horned Viper, Cat, Person with bowl on head, Bass Clef, Shaded
One
Circle,
sunglass,
an oven, an owl, a raven,
a teacup,
a bobby pin, a foot, a skirt, a hand, a fish, a non-horned viper, a lizard, the saddest astrological symbol you've ever seen, a plus sign, an ankh, a scarab, and a seated figure.
Yes.
Does that help us at all? Well, how many symbols are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is just the alphabet, isn't it?
That's 26.
That's 26 symbols, so it's got to just be the alphabet.
Potentially.
There's no way it could be anything other than the alphabet. So if we take this to be the alphabet...
Yes, it just might... we don't know if it's depicted in any order. It's definitely worth trying.
But yeah, 26 symbols, that's...
100%.
Let's assume it's from A to Z at the bottom.
Yeah, you see 26, it's either the alphabet or an anime series.
So I'm going to open these in separate tabs so we can see them at the same time. The original note we had and this list of alphabet things. So if we start with bucket on head, that would be
8. That is H.
So H. So this letter starts with H, and then bobby pin is the 15th O, and then
strong start.
Twisted flax is there's C. It says hawk.
That's fair. Oh, it is. It's going to translate to something Latin.
Oh, because the Romans did it. Okay. That's exciting. Okay, hawk. Hawk is Latin?
Yeah.
For ad hoc.
That's it.
For whatever that means. There is some Latin. Okay, hawk is definitely Latin.
You know when you do a language and the small words are always the hardest?
Yeah, they're just like the things that go in places.
Oh, it's a preposition. It can mean 8 different kinds of prepositions.
It just pre-proposes.
So yeah,
okay.
I don't know any of the small words.
All right, then we're on to
probably means
pointy
this
bird,
or that or something.
Which is
13th.
13th. So M. So it's hawk, and then the new word starts with M, and then the Eye of Horus is A. M-A. Water is D.
Lion, where's lion?
Lion is...
Where's the lion? Oh, it's 5th. E.
Hawk, Made...
F.
Madefak.
A.
Hawk Madefak.
Ah. If it was Malefac, I would have been more scared and more saying I haven't heard of Madafac.
Okay, if that is... If it's... Oh, and then in the bottom right, it says...
A little C.
C.
It's been signed by C.
Oh, it's 100 people. 100 people signed this one. Okay, so you said there was also dictionaries of Latin and things like that.
Absolutely, there are.
Do we have the capacity to look up the words or phrase hoc madafac?
Pause.
Oh, sorry, what are we pausing? Are you getting your own... Dani is running off to get your own Latin dictionary? Let's see how this works. All right, Dani is returning Latin dictionary in hand from your university Latin courses. Hoc madafac.
I can get that.
This hoc is hoc.
Hoc
Matter
is
of fact
hoc.
is what a gangster says when he's trying to correct you. Yeah, matter of fact, it actually happened this way.
Hickok. Hickok. Okay, like a, yeah, oh my god, yeah, it can be a this, but yeah, this, here, present circumstances, any words like that. So this or that sort of thing.
Okay. And what is matter of fact? We're doing the translation for you. We don't need any resources in this escape room.
Madefac, yeah, to make wet.
Get this wet? To make this wet?
That's exciting.
Let's trust that translation.
I'm going to hope that my grammar is correct because my Latin is 1 year of high school, and it is about, I don't even want to count how many years ago that is at this point.
My high school German is better than my university Latin, so I trust the high school education.
So we're going to make this wet. See?
Well, hold on.
Wait, I take it back. This is the most... ignore the Latin. This is just old-timey gangster. They say, matter of fact, and then they say, see? That's all just
Gotcha.
That's all just an old-timey gangster. I think we shouldn't make it wet at all. I think we should stick them up.
Jonathan, how does your translation, does it get more specific than my vague dictionarying?
As you fumble through the books on the bookshelf, the closest you can come to is make this wet.
Fantastic.
Do we have a source of wet?
Besides our own saliva, I don't think we've seen
Are we
one yet.
drowning in the desert? Do we have any water? If we look around this room that we're in, there is a table and some chairs and a writing desk. Anyone got a bottle of water?
There certainly are some other things that you could find in here. Where would you like to start your search?
Let's table and chairs.
Yeah, let's look at the table and chairs in the
It would be
corner.
grossly irresponsible if they don't have water here.
On top of that table, the only items you find are a typewritten document and a thermos.
A thermos.
Amazing.
A thermos. Forget the documents. Who cares about writing?
Do you want to read the document first before we make this one wet?
Yeah, okay.
Let's read the document.
All right. This looks like a transcript of an academic presentation, and I will be sending a picture of that to you right now.
Fantastic. Again, for people at home, you can follow along and read this, but Dani is going to read it out to you.
This looks very related to what we just saw.
Give it a read. Oh, look, there's back and forth. Would you like to be the host or Dr. Jones?
I'll be the host, yeah. Today, we have the pleasure of hearing from one of the preeminent voices in Egyptian scholarship, Dr. Helen Jones. They will bring into question some of the views we've assumed to be correct, and after a minute listening to this presentation, you will see all your work in a new light.
That's different than what we heard.
Different.
That's different than what we heard.
Thank you, Stephen.
That's different to what we heard.
In my work with the Addison Institute for Archaeological Research, it's become clear that a mere 20%, that's different than what you heard, I mean not mathematically, but wordingly, of our supposed pristine dig sites are truly new finds. In fact, someone has usually been there before. On a recent trip to the southwest region of the Western Desert, well, that's different than you heard before, my colleague and I discovered evidence of 6, well, that's different than you heard before, separate excavations performed in Roman times. So when you are looking back in history, be mindful of those who came before you.
Recording damaged.
And this one also has some pink Egyptian letters in the bottom.
Yes.
It's got it's got 2 reads.
B. That's B. 2 reads is B. So
B.
we're getting an order here for some reason.
Maybe.
Document B. So clearly there are some things here that are different than what we heard.
Yeah.
Minute became second after a second listening. I think I interpret it as like listen to it again, but it's no, after a second instead of after a minute.
Fascinating.
So minute became second. 20% became 1 out of 1 in 5,
1/5.
which is true.
Can't argue. It was definitely the southeast region.
Southeast instead of
before.
southwest, and
There was
7
7.
instead of 6. That's all I noted. We could listen to the whole thing again to double check these.
But maybe, are you thinking that, because I'm not hearing anything like second, fifth, 7, east. These things are very interesting and they sound like they're going to be super useful.
Let's
but I don't
wait
know
until we
what they
see
are
somewhere
yet.
somewhere specific that we could use them.
Yeah.
And then we
That's
can go
fun.
through with the specifics and try and make sure we get every single one.
Oh, I love it.
That's
All
very
right,
cool. What's in the
thermos time.
thermos? We take a sip.
Oh, no, we don't.
We take a sip.
It is filled with weak room temperature tea.
Oh, man. We can't wet things with that. It'll stain.
Ah, that'll be fine. Let's
I know
get it
what
wet.
to do. Bust open the generator. Petrol's clear.
But it's not wet.
Interesting.
It's just liquid. It's not wet. It's a dry liquid.
Is it? Surely it's not pure.
Oh, yeah, but
Everything's
what's the water
aqueous.
content of petrol? Petrol's pretty petrol, right?
Okay, I don't know. I just kind of assume that, like acid, everything is aqueous.
No.
When it's effective.
No. Surely not. Maybe. Water content of petrol.
Is petrol aqueous?
Normally
Oh,
it's 0%.
I did.
Less than 0.5% by volume if it has
Excellent.
trace amounts of dissolved water. So generally, no, petrol is not wet.
Crazy.
It's just a liquid. It's just a liquid hydrocarbon.
I just assumed so many things only work when they're in water.
What about dry ethanol?
I don't know.
You never use dry ethanol?
No.
Didn't chemistry use a bit of dry ethanol?
For what?
I don't know, any reaction that needed ethanol by volume?
Had? No, apparently not.
Yeah, I've dealt with like 99%
Oh, cool.
ethanol. Well, either way, petrol's not wet. Let's use some tea. Can we wet this original Hock Matterfact document?
As the page gets wet, you see blurry blue marks appearing on it.
Ooh, all right, we got a new Hock Matterfact. I'm just saying it's a gangster who spit before they started talking. Hock Matterfact. See?
Okay, all right. We
It's a
do see some
grid.
blue markings.
We have a
They've
blue grid.
been playing tic-tac-toe really badly.
Yeah, with too many symbols.
Turns out they didn't quite get it in Egypt.
So it is like a noughts and crosses grid. So it's a 3x3 grid with symbols in each of these sections, a new symbol in each section. I'll open up again our dictionary or our alphabetical list.
I'm filling in the ones that we
from,
already know.
From top left across, it is D,
These look like they could just be the first 6.
then A,
Or 9, rather. Maybe.
and then G. Says DAG around the
Dag.
top. And then the next line says
H. E. B.
Heb.
Yeah.
And then the bottom one is
Um,
C.
I. F.
C-I.
So that is just the letters A to I in a mixed up order.
So it's like a Sudoku.
I suppose.
It's like one grid of a Sudoku.
I suppose you could call it one Sudoku box. Sure.
From 1 to 9. Dag Hebsif. What are we doing with Dag Hebsif?
I mean, I assume we'll be able to order something in some fashion eventually.
You think that would change them in ordering?
It's the letters. The letters of 1 to 9. Yes, that's an order.
I suppose that's an order, but only if you read them. Otherwise, they'd just be left to right, wouldn't they? Instead of being in this grid.
No, what I'm saying, we might get something else that's grid shape, that's in a grid, and this will tell us the order to look at them. Something like that.
Like a number code in a lock that doesn't have zeros or something like that. Okay, I see that.
It's a complex pig pen.
It's a complex pig pen. Wonderful. Okay, Dag Hebsif. Matter of fact, I think you're right. I'm really trying to make this matter of fact bit work. It hasn't worked yet. I haven't liked it any time I've said it, but one day it's going to be great. Everyone's waiting for it. They can feel it. It's on the cusp of being a joke.
Perfect.
And it's not quite.
Now, I want to say that the last thing to examine in here, besides the canvas flap, I'm not forgetting about that flap now, would be the writing desk.
Well, is there anything to do with these folding chairs? If we fold them up to the bottom of the chairs, say, cool secrets.
The chairs seem like pretty cheap metal chairs that they probably just brought along at the last minute. They weren't prepared for the length of the excavation that lay before them.
Perfunctory. All right, before going to the writing desk, I feel like we didn't check out that hat quite well enough, so
Yeah.
I think
Sure,
that
yeah.
I'm not going to put it on, but
We
I
did
assume
go
you
through
are.
the jacket pockets, but we didn't go through the hat pockets.
This is true.
It is a wide-brimmed hat made out of a light fabric. Probably it was ideal for keeping the sun off your neck when you're working outside.
This is more about Indiana Jones costume. I put it on, protecting my neck.
Good idea.
It's not as fashionable as a fedora, certainly. It is a little bit more, if you would imagine a beekeeper outfit without the netting.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, it's just
I'm adding some
sun-conscious.
corks to it.
Okay. Well, let's check out this writing desk.
Yeah, let's do it. So far.
This must be the lead researcher's domain. On the desk is an ornate wooden box and some paper notes.
A box.
This box might have a 3x3 grid to press. Let's look at the notes.
Most of the documents here are too technical for you, but one paper on top is very clear. It reads, Dig Plan.
Dig plan.
Due to debris and unstable ground, it is essential to excavate each plot in a specific sequence. This will be different for each plot, but always remember the universal rule. Never dig in a zone if you have dug in a neighboring zone just before. In other words, the second place you dig can't be next to the first place, and so on. To keep our work safe from prying eyes, the additional restrictions on digging order for each of the 3 plots have been recorded in separate documents and hidden as per normal protocol.
So we've just found the digging process for plot C.
Oh, for plot C.
There were
you're
3
right.
separate plots outside.
Was
Hoc
on
Matafac
C.
was in C, and Hoc Matafac got us Dag Hebsif, which is the order to dig C. And if you do look at Dag Hebsif, the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I.
None of them are next to each other.
I mean, they can be diagonally adjacent, but none of them are
That's perfect.
adjacent. So
okay, so that also tells us then.
the one on B with the second, do the second one, fifth, do the fifth one.
Does that mean that there were possibly 9 errors in there that we didn't spot?
Or are those enough to help us then not jump because that restricts us? So
I'm not sure.
My gosh,
That's interesting.
Let's go back and have a look. Let's go back
Okay.
and have a look. Okay. Maybe should we do it with a listen now?
Okay.
So here's my plan. I'm gonna start that playback, and as it plays, at the same time, we're gonna read this so we note when things are wrong.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready for that? That's the plan. Okay. Here we go.
Today we have the pleasure of hearing from one of the top voices in Egyptian
preeminent.
scholarship, Dr. Helen Jones.
They
will bring into question some of the views we've assumed to be
correct.
And after a second listening to this presentation,
And after a second
you will
listening
all
to this
see your
presentation,
work
you will
in
all
a
see your
new
work
light.
in a new light. Okay, there were a few there.
Yep. Top right second
Top
are the
right
things that were
second.
said but not written. And
So
those,
top right might be one of them.
Maybe.
And then second.
Maybe. Okay, well, let's listen to the second one again.
Okay.
I thought that the Addison Institute, as it's written, I thought it might have been center in the original, which now I didn't think made any was going to be relevant, but that does sound relevant now.
That's great.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Stephen.
In my work,
In my
with
work
the
with the Addison
Center for
Institute
Archaeological
Center
Research,
for Archaeological Research, it's become clear that a mere fifth, 20% of our supposed pristine dig sites are truly new finds.
In fact, someone has usually been there before.
Okay, so that got us center and fifth. Oh, this is great. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Okay.
On a recent
On a
trip
recent
to the
trip to the
southeast region of the Western Desert, my colleagues and I discovered evidence of 7 separate excavations performed in Roman times. So when you are looking back in history, be mindful of those who came before you.
Okay, so, yeah.
Top right, second, center, fifth, east, 7.
Top right, second, center, fifth, east, 7. How would that work? Because I don't think top and right can be two separate ones, because top would be second, if that makes sense.
Yeah, presumably.
So if we draw a little grid.
On reflection, you think that the word was southwest and became southeast.
Fair.
That makes sense. If the first one is top right, this is only 7 things, right? But maybe...
But then what do you think second is doing?
That'd be the top middle.
But those are next to each other.
Oh. But what would top be if not the second?
Theoretically.
Would it be the first one from the top?
It could be any of the top ones, potentially. Well, either way, center is definitely center. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, we've only got 7 words here out of 9. So there's also, like, we don't have 9 things.
But surely there's not another element to this. You know what? We haven't looked at the dig sites. There's a chance it's not in a 3x3 grid.
Good point. That's always possible.
In fact, let's get that fixed now.
Okay.
If we go out and we have a look at these dig sites that are out, so are they all done in a? What do they look like?
The ground here is littered with rubbish, probably thrown from cars passing on that dirt road. The team has dug about half a meter deep in 3 square plots, and some of the rubbish has fallen into the holes. Each plot is further subdivided by ropes into a 3x3 grid.
Okay,
so there are 3 3x3 grids.
Okay, so one of them, plot C, we've already done.
Mm-hmm.
Plot B is a 3x3 grid. Did we miss any words there?
I don't think we did.
Like top right or top right. Is it 7 if we include them as top and right, or is it 7 if we include it as top right?
Separate.
Okay. Well, where does it end?
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we put that at the end.
Oh, wait, is this just saying that the top right one is going to be second, the center is going to be 5th, and the southeast one is going to be 7th?
That makes much more sense. And then maybe we can figure out the rest of it from there. Okay, so if top right second, that makes more sense than the idea of just being like this one second.
Oh man, I don't have a pencil. I've only got a pen. This is hard.
Top right second, and then what does it say?
Do have a pencil.
And then it says...
top right second, center 5th, southeast 7. That's not southeast. That's southwest. Why do I do that?
Southeast 7. I mean, yeah, 1 could now be in a lot of places.
4 is limited.
4 is limited to either the top left or the bottom left. The only ones that are not adjacent to number 5.
Yep.
6 is just anywhere other than
If 4 can only be in the top left or top right, then 3 only has one place that it can go. Right?
Oh, we're basically just doing a little Sudoku. Okay, this is amazing. Okay, so yeah. So,
no,
it's
got 2 places.
No,
Sorry.
well, let's think this through. So, hi, everybody. We're doing basically a tiny Sudoku with certain rules. With King's Move rules, but not quite. So, the 5 is in the middle. We know whatever comes before the 5 and after the 5 cannot be adjacent to that 5 because we can never dig in an adjacent plot, which means if
6.
5 is right in the center, and then 4 and 6 have to be in the corners, the only places that are not adjacent to the 5.
And 2 of the corners are taken.
2 of them are already taken up because no, the top right is second and the bottom right is 7th. So that means the top left corner and the bottom left corner are in some form 4 and 6.
Now, we know that one of those is a 4, which means the one in between them cannot possibly be a 3.
There's no way the 3 can go left of the 5 because either above or below it would be a 4 and it cannot be adjacent to a 4.
But there are also 2 other spots that, because of the 2 that we've got, also eliminate 3. There is 1 spot a 3
So we
can go.
know that the third one must be the bottom middle.
Yeah, which means we can now organize that 4 and that 6.
Because the 4 can't be next to the 3, so the bottom left is the 6, the top left is the 4.
There is now only 1 space a 1 can go.
Can't go next to the 2, so the 1 must be the left middle. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, the 8 can't go above the 7, so it must go in the top middle. And the 9 on the middle right. Oh, puzzle design. That was fantastic. Thank you for that great little puzzle. That is B solved.
Now, let's proceed to not use it for a while.
We have C solved. We don't have A solved, but that's great. That was really fun. I love a little logic puzzle. It's just so nice being like, oh, we've
This
got a
looks
little
like
bit
we
of
don't
information.
have much
Maybe we need
information.
more. And then we're like, wait a minute. Maybe we have everything we need.
Yeah.
That's a great feeling.
That's
Okay,
great.
wonderful. Dag, Heb, Sif, and also a fun logic puzzle. We don't know anything about A yet. Matter of fact, we don't even know what would link us to A.
I would love to look at this wooden box that we found
Let's have a look
next
at this
to these
wooden box.
documents.
Your guess was right. It is a mahogany box, about 20 centimeters square. Its lid is engraved with a huge variety of local animals, such as crocodiles, snakes, ibises, hippos, and owls.
Cool.
Do we know anything about animals?
I know something about animals.
No, I mean, in relation to this area, have we seen anything else animal-based?
Outside of the occasional hieroglyph.
Yeah,
I
other than a
don't
horned viper.
think so yet.
Are these animals inscribed in a 3x3 pattern?
There is sort of a semblance of a grid here, although it's so busy with animals everywhere that you really can't make heads nor tails of it right now.
Heads nor tails. That's suspicious animal talk.
Yeah, sounds like you're describing some kind of animal.
All right. I feel that there are two things that we have not examined particularly thoroughly, aka at all, in this room.
Smash the box.
Not where I was going with it
We
yet.
haven't jumped on the box.
One, we haven't gone back to check if the door that we came through still exists.
Yes, you're right, flap.
And two, we haven't looked directly into the sun.
I think let's start by investigating the tent
It's
flap.
not the real sun,
I think it's
We're
the
gonna
real
be
sun.
fine.
Can we have a look at the tent flap as we leave
Oh,
the tent?
okay. I wasn't even thinking of that door, but fair.
The tent flap is pretty nondescript, although you do see a scrawled note pinned to it in angry red capitals that just says, "Do not dig before consulting the dig plan."
Good thing we didn't. Whoops.
Okay. And then, yeah, actually, that's a good question. We presumably came through a door to get into
It was
this
warm
room.
to the touch.
It was warm to the touch. Does it still exist? Can we see that door?
Looking back where you came in, there is no door at all. It's as if you've been
no.
completely transported into the wilderness.
Oh, no.
How are we going to get our stamp if there's no door?
That's my main concern. Okay, do not dig. And just because Dani suggested it, I look up and burn my eyes staring at the sun.
Done.
Not gonna burn.
Okay, good. And when I close my eyes, do I see a 3x3 grid with various dots? More little sunspots in each of the corner sections?
I don't know what's in your head.
Ah, damn. Okay.
All right. I don't feel like I remember seeing anything that could have been like any sort of overlay to put on this box to give it any clarification.
Oh, does the box open or anything? Like,
It
was there-
absolutely opens.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
that's also a
That
fair
probably
question.
also helps. Let's open it up.
The box creaks open, and the only thing inside is a newspaper clipping.
Ooh. For everybody playing along at home, we have the bottom of a crossword. We have now. First of all, this is marked with an Eye of Horus, making it an A. So it will be get us our grid for a nine section grid, 3x3.
Love that.
We have 6 clues here. They are labeled, but no, they're also labeled oddly. So we have 6 clues for the across section of a crossword.
I think you said we have 6 grooves.
We have 6 grooves, each of which is a crossword clue, and at the end they're labelled with a number. Maybe that's how long they are, I'm not sure, but they are labelled as 422526. So that's
And this
weird.
this is in pink, so we know it's important.
And that's all labelled in pink, which is the same colour as the Eye of Horus in the bottom right.
These are very definitely written in a cryptic style rather than a normal crossword style, so that means we actually have to think about them.
Is there a way that, like, obviously they can't be like 6 letters long and solve into a 3x3 grid.
The question is, how much will we be able to figure out just here on our own, having fun with it, or will we need to consult something on the bookshelf?
Based
to
on
help
the
us?
last puzzle we saw, I think we probably might be able to solve it.
I hope so.
Let's see I haven't even looked at
but-
the clues there. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Dani, what's clue number 1?
Repeatedly to be the mother of gods.
Repeatedly to be the mother of gods. Okay. Echo. Not sure. The god, there's a lot of god here. Clue 2. The god of hearses, perhaps, driving around in a bus.
Okay, that one I understand.
Ooh, fun. Perhaps it feels like an anagrind. Do I want to rearrange hearses?
Perhaps is not an anagrind.
Oh, it's just like an example.
Suggestive,
sort of thing. Okay.
yeah.
driving around in a bus.
Around is definitely more anagrindy.
Anubis.
Yeah, you know, the god of death.
God of death, so the god of hearses, perhaps.
Say.
Driving around, so rearrange, in a bus, you get Anubis.
Love it.
Anubis 2. Okay, hold on. Let's write these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 2 is Anubis.
And I'm going to put a little underline under the N, the second letter.
3. The sun god begins right away. Well, Ra is the Egyptian god of the sun.
Yep.
There's probably in the bookshelf, there's probably an actual book we can look at for Egyptian mythology.
Totally fair, but we're trying to see how much we can pull without it.
Oh, I know what 1 is as well.
Oh, great.
So the sun god begins right away. The beginnings of right away is R and A, which makes Ra, who is the god of the sun. The first one...
Repeatedly to Toto. Repeatedly to.
No, it's repeatedly to be. What's to be?
Isis
is. Repeating is, which means to be. We get Isis, who is the mother of gods. So it's Isis 4. It is Anubis 2. It is Ra 2. Number 4. Thus the loser singer performed as a crocodile god. I've got that as well. I know who the crocodile god is. I know who the loser singer is.
What's thus doing?
Thus is the start of the name of the crocodile god.
What? It is?
What, do you know the name?
Oh, Sobek.
Sobek is the crocodile god.
Oh.
Beck is the singer of loser, and thus is so.
Amazing.
If it happened thus, it happened so. So that is Sobek.
Yeah, you know what my problem is? It has the number 5 after, because we think we're going to take the 5th letter of it, but I'm so crossword pilled that I'm still looking at it and going, well, I know the loser singer is Beck. How do I put only one letter in front of that?
Yeah, but luckily, Anubis doesn't help. But yeah, Ra and Isis are both the same length as their number. 5. Represents violence, desert, endings.
Exclamation mark.
Oh, what would that be? Represents violence, desert, and endings. I'm running out of Egyptian gods.
The endings. Set represents violence and desert, their last letters.
Yes, the ending letters of represents violence and desert are S-E-T, which makes Set, and those are the endings. Okay, so Set, that feels like an evil god, might represent violence and death. Set 2. And the 6th one, no, sir, islands encircle the fertility god.
Is that the hippo?
No, it's Osiris, because no, sir, islands contains the fertility god Osiris, who I wouldn't have thought was a fertility god, but hey, it does say Osiris.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I don't know much about Osiris, other than he got chopped up.
I need to know how to spell Sobek.
I'm assuming it's S-O and then B-E-C-K for Beck, the singer.
I would like to check one of our reference books to see that.
All right, we'll finally look at the book about mythology to double-check the spelling of Sobek.
Sure, there actually isn't much information here on that subject, but you do find a document here that lists just the names of some of the most significant gods.
Amazing.
All right. Oh, we have the document.
Just a quick check.
We've already solved this one.
You'll see my reasoning.
All right. We see Aka, Amun,
okay, we don't need to read the whole thing.
Anubis,
this is a long
Anuket,
list.
Apis, Aten, Atum, Bastard,
There's like 50 things
Bennu,
on this
Best,
list.
Geb, Hapi, Hathor, Heket, Hesed, Horus.
Can you please skip to Sobek?
Sobek. Oh, just S-O-B-E-K.
Had you looked at the letters that we were indexing, you might have realized that we didn't want to get the word snaces.
Oh, snaces. Okay, so yeah, Isis 4 is S, Anubis 2 is N, Ra 2 is A, Sobek 5 is K, not C, Set 2 is E, and Osiris 6 is S. So we have snakes.
Why do we want snakes?
Because we're going to look at only the snakes on the outside of this wooden box.
Oh, okay.
Taking a closer look at the snakes and trying to ignore the other animals, you now see a message written along the length of them.
Okay. All right, for people at home, you can see this message, and so can Dani. Matter of fact, she's going to read it to you.
Okay, so we can see this. This is now much clearer as a 3x3 grid. There's even a convenient little N to show us that we've got our orientation right. And there are 2 snakes here that together cover almost all of the squares.
Yeah.
So like one of the snakes goes through 5 squares and the other goes through 2 and then a diagonal jump to another one.
And the 2 snakes both say, always increasing from tail to head.
Well,
you know what that means? It means we're doing a single square of a Sudoku again, but this time with thermometer rules.
Amazing.
If anyone plays variant Sudokus, you can have thermometers where they start from one end and they increase as they go. Not necessarily sequentially. In fact, for this big snake,
it won't be able to.
It cannot go up sequentially. It must go up
odd numbers?
Odd numbers, because it needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers.
Yeah.
Because this snake fills 5 sections of the grid.
But all of them are beside each other.
They are all adjacent to the preceding number, which means if we need to go up every time, increasing from tail to head, but we cannot ever have 2 numbers that are next to each other, the only way to do that with numbers 1 to 9 would be that the tail starting is 1, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9, as we go up the length of this snake. So, this is all plot A. That snake curving around, because it is always adjacent and must always increase, and it is 5 numbers, has to be in the top left starting 1, then going down to a 3, then going down to a 5, then going right to a 7, and then up so that 9 is in the middle. Of the remaining 4 squares, 3 are on a snake that must increase from.
And we know that the final 4
head.
numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8.
They're
Just
the only ones that are left over.
However, theoretically, well, we could pull out almost any of those even numbers.
True.
How do we know? Is it going to be 2, 4, 6 with the 8 out? Is it going to be 2, 4, 8 with the 6
And
out?
we know
because the
there's a
9
9
is
in the
in the
center.
center, so the 8
cannot be
be
the
top
head
on-
of the snake.
Yeah.
And it would have to be the head of the snake if it's going to fit on this
'Cause it's
snake,
the
because there's no
biggest.
number smaller than it. So the 8 must go in the top right corner by itself, and the remaining numbers from the snake going from tail to head. So the bottom right is a 2, the right middle is a 4, and the top center is a 6.
I love very
We have a
crossword.
filled out
Sudoku so
crossword
much.
grid for plot A. We know now. We
We
now
use
know,
the words crossword and Sudoku interchangeably, apparently.
We know now how to
We've
dig,
got
where
our
to dig.
digging
we have
power.
a key to the digging.
We
digger.
think.
I don't know if we need to do it with an excavator or just with our shovel, because we do have a shovel. But if we need the excavator, we can turn it on.
I think that we should go for gold, use an excavator. We had confidence in our ability to use it.
Let's do it.
Let's see if this key activates
actually,
the
let's
excavator.
find out if the key actually does this.
You turn the key and the machine roars to life.
Jonathan! You were meant to say, well, matter of fact, it does. Someone has to join me on this journey or it's never gonna work.
When you get to the exhibit about gangsters, then you'll be in your element.
I need help here. The bit is floundering. It wasn't good to begin with, but it's still here. It'll be funny when someone else does it. All right, so we use the key.
All right, and what are you planning on doing with this excavator now?
Okay, I'm going to rotate it so that it's facing plot A. We do have a clear indicator of which one plot A is,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Are the plots labeled ABC?
Oh, God.
The plots are not labeled ABC,
Oh,
but they
gosh.
are labeled Eye of Horus, Two Reeds, and Twisted
Oh, thank
Flax.
Oh, great.
That's
So
a
let's go
relief.
to Eye of
Let's go to
Horus.
Eye of Horus.
All right.
And using the sun and, God, I hope my watch to indicate which way is north.
Yep.
I'm going to start in the top left corner,
Then.
bottom right corner,
Mm.
left middle,
Mm.
right middle,
Yep.
bottom left,
Mm.
top middle,
Good.
bottom middle,
Yes.
top right,
Yep.
middle.
You scrape off the top layer of sand and rocks from each area in turn and look over your handiwork. But the problem is the excavator's bucket is now filled with all of this dirt, and you can't
And
figure out if there's
all
anything interesting in there.
disgusting
Civet,
junk.
civet.
you get the
Civet. Get the coffee and civet.
You go over to the sieve. That does seem like a really good idea, but it is far too heavy for you to trundle over there. It would take you forever, even with the two of you pulling together. So it would be good to have some way to wheel it over there.
I assumed that we'd stick it all on the TV tray.
Or we take the TV tray.
That works wonderfully. So you
Wonderful.
trundle the sieve over to the dig site, and it's ready to help filter out all the junk from the good stuff. So you pour that all the stuff from the excavator's bucket into the sieve, and you find a bunch of rubbish like scraps of newspaper, a broken teacup, but one item stands out from the rest, an obsidian ankh labeled with the Eye of Horus.
Okay.
Wow, that's fancy.
Love an obsidian ankh.
I love obsidian. Amazing.
Shall we do the same for 2 reeds?
Let's do it. 2 reeds was B, right?
I think 2 reeds was B.
I hope so.
Twisted flax was C.
Okay, good.
We go to 2 reeds and we dig them out in the order. Middle left, top right, bottom middle, top left, middle, bottom left, bottom right, top middle right.
You're getting the hang of using the excavator now, and this dig goes much more quickly. In addition to the expected pile of rubbish, you find another ankh, this one labeled with the 2 reed symbol.
Is it also obsidian?
Yes. Just like the first, it's about 10 centimeters long and seems very old. You know that an ankh has some kind of special meaning in Egyptian culture, but you can't remember off the top of your head.
That's true, and my Latin dictionary is not going to be helpful there.
What's the Latin for ankh? Okay, let's go to
back to
Twisted Flax.
Number C. Man, it's so long since we solved that one.
Do you want to do the readout?
I would love to go to C. So on Twisted Flax dig site, we'll go top, middle, right, middle, bottom, left, top, left, middle, bottom, right, top, right. I'm flagging for some reason. Middle, left, bottom, middle.
Perfect.
You are relieved to finish your digging project by scouring the 3rd and final marked plot of land. Once again, the bucket is full of rubbish such as a hair comb, some batteries, and a creepy doll.
Batteries! Stop! Wait! Get out of here! I grabbed those batteries. I put them in my torch.
But
don't you think I didn't see those batteries?
But most importantly, you do discover a 3rd ankh bearing the Twisted Flax symbol. And yes, they are a pair of D-cell batteries. Someone threw them out, so they're probably dead, but you won't know for sure without trying.
That's okay. We dip them into the petrol for a while.
Well, that's not how batteries work.
It can be.
We put them in the torch.
The old batteries do seem to have a bit of juice in them still. The torch beam is very weak,
turn
but
it off.
Better than nothing.
Right now, let's turn that off.
Yeah, we were saying.
I'll take the batteries out just in case.
Now I wonder if we should have read that newspaper article as well.
None of the other rubbish you found seems very interesting at all.
We burned it.
Damn.
We burned all the rest.
Okay.
Great. We're in a good position. We've got a lot of stuff. Do we actually have to start digging around the pyramid now?
Well, let's look in the bookshelf in case there's something specific that would be helpful in the A to Z of ankhs.
Ankh to standing?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, you can look up the ankh and you find out that it symbolizes life and also can be used to represent the afterlife. Someone has scrawled on the page with a marker, ankh equals crypt, to remind themselves of that fact.
Okay.
We're dead, aren't we?
No, we're as alive as Eve is. And she's doubly alive. She has a pharaoh soul inside her.
Good point.
All right. Let's go back to the side of the pyramid where the footsteps led. Let's grab the shovel. Let's dig a little bit until we see 3 ankh holes.
That sounds great. That sounds perfect.
You dig a little bit around that side and you start meeting rock pretty quickly. So you're not going to be able to dig here by hand, you're pretty sure. And the excavator seems like a dangerous prospect over here. But looking a little bit more closely at the sides, you do find a seam among the bricks that seems to indicate an entrance to the pyramid. It must be here. Numerous scratch marks run next to the crack. They seem recent. And from marks in the sand, it looks like this may have been opened and then resealed.
Oh, and are there any, if we scour the door with our hands, are there any, or if we run the obsidian ankhs over this area, is there anything they click into or?
No, it seems like it's pretty basic bricks. And
even if we use the torch, does that help? Is that stronger than the midday sun?
It appears that whatever people have done to open this is not a mechanism of any time. It may have just been brute force.
Yeah, so either, like, if it's fine enough, maybe we've got to use our good old brain hook again, or maybe a shovel will be enough. Maybe it's got a fine enough edge
Can
to...
the shovel pry? If we jam it in and...
You know, this is an audio medium.
You slide the tip of the shovel into the crack of the entrance, and between the two of you, you manage to pry the stone door away from the wall. And a pitch-black tunnel greets you.
Not for long! I turn on the torch.
The inside of the pyramid is entirely dark, and you won't be able to make much progress, but...
Without our dim torch!
I turn on my dim torch.
While the beam is dim, it's enough for you to gingerly make your way inside. You find a sloped passageway that goes deep inside. After some twists and turns, you end up at a larger chamber. In the faint light, you see a nondescript stone block in the center of the room, with a matching block suspended on the ceiling above it.
Ooh, scary.
You also make out 3 imposing doors, probably leading to crypts.
Excellent.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know what to do with block on floor, block on not floor.
Stand between
Well,
them. See if you get squashed.
I will help you out there by showing you what these imposing doors look like.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
I love it. All right, for people at home, you can see these imposing doors.
Ooh, pretty.
We've got Dank. That's D and then an Onk.
Yeah.
Or an Onk. Or an
Ank.
Onk. D Onk.
Yep, dank.
We got
Anktic or ankross.
Ank or
Check.
Ank check.
Check.
Ank check.
Yep, ankcheck or anktic.
And then Transank.
Transank.
We have a trans flag and an Onk. Transank.
Okay.
Transank Onktic. Like transatlantic.
And then dank.
Dank.
Intriguing.
D check tick box trans.
I don't know what to do with those with our 3 anks yet.
No.
So,
What do you do with these doors? D ank. Can we first of all, can we put in the recesses on these doors our 3 obsidian anks?
Yeah, each of these doors have, as you've noted, a couple symbols in the center, an Ankh and 1 others, but the Ankh is not just a marking, it is a deep indentation of that shape, and it does look like it is the right size for the Ankhs that you have found to slot inside.
but which one goes where?
Well, the anks are identical, aren't they?
They have symbols. They have the symbols on them.
Oh,
they are
do.
identical in shape, but they are marked clearly
So
with the
one's
3
got an
different symbols.
Eye of Horus,
Eye of Horus. 2
Die of
reeds.
Horus.
Eye of Horus, 2 reeds, twisted flax.
Yeah.
How do we?
Yeah, how do these make sense?
So those were the letters, like just the letters A, B, C, right? As
Yeah.
we translated them.
DA trans B
There's also just a flag. Could just be flag.
B.
Hmm.
How do you solve a problem like 3 doors in a pyramid? How do you catch a solution and pin it down?
So we feel pretty comfortable that first one is a D, right?
It looks like the letter D, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, it sure does look like a modern letter D. Completely, all 3 of these look completely out of time for what you'd expect here.
These are other visitors. D is the Roman symbol for
500.
500. 500 twisted
500
flax.
reeds.
Ah!
That's the sort of place that my brain is at the moment. Just while we're talking things out, my brain is definitely in wordplay.
It does make you wonder if you gleaned all the information you could from that entry about what that Ankh could mean.
It means crypt.
Crypt.
Decrypt.
Afterlife.
Transcript.
What?
Cryptics. Crypt
Oh.
check.
That's interesting.
Decrypt.
Like one of these letters, one of these whole codes we got from a transcript.
Transcript. But what is crypt?
Like a cryptex sort of thing. No, that's probably
Decrypt,
too far.
cryptic. Cryptic, decrypt,
Like a cryptic crossword.
cryptic transcript.
Cryptic cross. Yeah. So one of them we got from doing our own decrypting. One of them we got from a cryptic crossword. One of them we got from a transcript.
Oh, of course. Okay. You're right. So the
Which one came from
B,
where?
B, which was
That was the transcript.
yeah. So which was
2
the 2 reads can we take the 2 Reeds crypt, the 2 Reeds Ankh, and put it next to the trans flag because we got that one by decoding a transcript.
The Ankh slots in perfectly. You
Amazing,
start hearing
amazing.
a grinding of stone on stone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, can we take the
Eye
of Horus,
that was from the cryptic.
which from the cryptic crossword, and put it in the center door where it says cryptic.
It slots right in.
Oh, and then can we take the twisted flax, which we used by decrypting the language, and put it in decrypt?
I specifically wrote equals crypt in my notes, and yet we still went, dank.
Dank.
Bracing yourselves, you wait for these rumbling sounds to take their course. Suddenly, your intuition tells you to dive to the ground, and just in time, the suspended pillar plummets down and slams into the stone block, breaking it into 1,000 pieces.
Oh.
Oh no.
You cough and shine the light toward the block, only to find the passport booklet you had in your pocket is lying there on the stone, not in your pocket where you left it.
Oh.
On
Big
the paper,
stamp.
you find a clear outline of a scarab stamped onto it.
Oh, that's so cool.
As the dust clears further, you see this isn't all that has changed. Where the crypt door once stood, glass cases stretch from floor to ceiling containing Egyptian and Roman artifacts. You feel a blast of air conditioning on your skin, and the stone door you entered through has been replaced with a modern museum door and a comforting exit sign shining above it. No time to lose. You burst through the door, wondering what awaits you down the hallway.
That was hectic.
Oh, we did it! We're back to the real world! Who needs Eve? We got a magic museum to explore! Thanks for listening to Escape This Podcast. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we discuss the escape room we just did with the guest we just had. This podcast is kept afloat by crowdfunding, so if you enjoy the show, why not support it on Patreon? There's weekly bonus audio for our $5 donors, monthly videos for our $10 donors, monthly trivia for our $20 donors, and anyone at any level can appear as an NPC in one of the rooms that Dani designs. And thanks again for listening.